BC Museum may be based in Victoria's Inner Harbour, but staff work hard to make the collection accessible everywhere in the province. The museum does this by constantly creating outreach kits available to schools, senior homes, or any group wanting to learn more about the province's stories. The kits are free to borrow and can be shipped anywhere in BC.
My name is Kim Gough and I'm a learning program developer at the Royal BC Museum. Part of our mandate is to reach people across British Columbia. And to do that, we've been developing outreach boxes. So the first outreach kit I worked on was in response to Premier Christy Clark's apology to Chinese Canadians for historical wrongs. So this is the Writing on the Wall outreach kit. We asked kids, why would a museum collect graffiti? So this is pieces that have been scratched onto a wall and removed from a detention center that was here in Victoria. In this outreach box, which is designed for use for seniors living in care facilities, it deliberately chose objects that weren't familiar. So the idea here wasn't for seniors to do reminiscence, because for some seniors, they may not be able to remember things very well. In this box, everything should be somewhat mysterious, and this is a miner's candle holder. So it has a hook here to hold in the miner's hat. A candle would be placed in this part here, and it was worn like a headlamp when a miner was down in the mines. The newest kits we're working on, we're calling provocation packs, so that teachers can have a selection of objects from, let's say, invertebrates, that they could then use in their classroom to teach the lesson plans and do their own activities with.
Well, I think if I was a kid, I'd be really interested in touching this stuff because that's always fun. And so we're trying to include stuff that is really touchable. For example, like this chitin, which something like this sea sponge that's a bit more delicate. I'm going to make a sticker that says pinky touch only. So it's totally fine to touch it as long as you're really careful. It's got a really interesting texture.
These kits have gone pretty much everywhere in BC, so all over the island. The Lower Mainland's really popular. The museum is much more than a building. It has resources in it that are meant to be here for all of the province, but we acknowledge not everyone can physically visit us. So this really allows us to extend the reach, to share the resources, to share the collection with people anywhere in British Columbia.
This Week in History, brought to you by the Royal BC Museum, bringing British Columbia's stories together.